Hey you! Today we will be reviewing Kung Fu Panda. It's got Jack Black, Dustin Hoffman, Ian McShane, and James Hong. And before you ask, yes, I got the herp. I thought about not filming today, but I said no. I said to myself, you promised me you were gonna film today. So here I am. Don't look at it! We begin in a dream. Po is a mighty warrior who goes about heroically doing good by force of his impressive kung fu abilities. He helps the needy and faces deadly foes. Soon after, Po is awakened by his father. And really, Po is a giant kindly dreamer with a kung fu passion who works in his dad's noodle shop. His dad calls him down for work, and we are introduced to Mr. Ping, Po's dad. While preparing some noodles for some customers, Mr. Ping asks Po what was taking him so long, and Po says he had a crazy dream. Not wanting to admit the truth about what his dream was about, he tells his dad that he was dreaming about noodles. Mr. Ping is delighted, as this has been a long-awaited moment. Mr. Ping sees it as a sign that Po is almost ready to learn the secret ingredient to his secret ingredient soup. Po questions his dad if he's ever dreamt about doing something other than noodles. Mr. Ping replies that he once dreamed about running away and learning how to make tofu, but he never did because it was just a stupid dream. And Po sadly returns to work. At the same time nearby up at the Jade Palace, Shifu, a highly regarded kung fu teacher, is summoned by Master Oogway, the mighty kung fu leader. Master Oogway informs Shifu that he has had a vision that Tai Lung will return. Disturbed by this news, he sends a messenger to the prison where Tai Lung is incarcerated to double the efforts. Master Oogway tells Shifu that now is the time to declare the Dragon Warrior and bestow upon them the Dragon Scroll, said to contain the secret to limitless power. To find the Dragon Warrior, a tournament is held. As Po is informed of this grand, momentous event, he is ecstatic to go and see the Dragon Warrior crowned. Just as he's heading up to the Jade Palace, Mr. Ping insists he sell noodles, as the whole valley will be present. And not wanting to disappoint his dad, Po agrees. Po has a hard time with stairs, of which there are many, to reach the Jade Palace. Po abandons his noodle cart to ensure that he can make the tournament. But just as he ascends the top step, the doors to the palace close. Inside, the whole valley waits to watch as a group of kung fu masters, the Furious Five, Crane, Mantis, Monkey, Tigress, Viper, Shifu's pupils, face impressive task after impressive task. Master Oogway informs Shifu that whoever he chooses will not only bring peace to the valley, but also to him. As the tournament begins, Po tries his hardest to get inside the palace. Master Oogway then senses that the Dragon Warrior is near. Po MacGyvers some fireworks onto a chair when Mr. Ping arrives. Po declares that he doesn't dream of noodles, he loves kung fu. The firework fuse fails, and Po falls to the ground defeated. Suddenly, the fireworks explode, thrusting Po into the air, and he lands inside the arena. In a daze, he looks around to see that he's near the Furious Five and Master Oogway. Master Oogway is pointing right at Po and declares him the Dragon Warrior. All celebrate and Po is carried off. Master Shifu, however, is not in a celebratory mood and insists to Master Oogway that it was an accident. Master Oogway asserts that there are no accidents. The Furious Five are also not in a celebratory mood, and Shifu assures them that he will try to have Po gone by the morning. Shifu's messenger arrives at the prison holding Tai Lung. The prison warden is none too impressed at the request to increase efforts. As the warden takes a messenger down to see Tai Lung, he explains that there is one way in, one way out, 1,000 guards, and one prisoner. Deep inside the prison, we see Tai Lung completely immobilized. The warden takes his chance to poke fun at Tai Lung and tease the subdued criminal, just as a feather falls into frame. Back in the Valley of Peace, Po is excitedly taking in his surroundings. He's kind of like me when I get to go to a museum. I love museums. I love them. You think I'm joking? The last time I went to Vegas, instead of drinking, I went to the Mob Museum. And instead of gambling, I went to the Neon Museum. And I'm still kicking myself for not going to the Museum of Illusions. Shifu enters and asks if he's done sightseeing, and explains that Po will not be the Dragon Warrior until he has learned the secret of the Dragon Scroll. The Dragon Scroll beautifully held to the top of the ceiling. To get the Dragon Scroll, one must first master Kung Fu. Shifu shares his disdain for Po, calling him flabby and saying his breath smells. And then he threatens him with a whooshy finger hold, something Po seems very afraid of. The two enter the training building. The Furious Five are there, and Po comes face to face with his heroes. Shifu taunts Po to demonstrate his abilities. A shy Po insists that they start at level 0. Shifu says there is no level 0. And after Po has thoroughly humiliated himself, Shifu declares that there now is a level 0. After his humiliating performance, Po overhears the five talking shit, and he goes to soothe himself with peaches from the sacred peach tree of heavenly wisdom. Master Oogway comes to comfort him, saying he understands that Po eats when he's upset. For some reason I relate to this character. Po feels that he is nothing and considers quitting. Master Oogway says some wise stuff, consoling Po. A lot of wise stuff in this movie. A lot of wise stuff. You want to get some food? Yeah. Can you see that? Can you see that? The ridge from my toque? Mother... It's not my day today. Oh. All over my toque. Can't win. Today's not my day. I don't like these chopsticks. They're really slippy. I got a noodle wonton soup, and it comes with pork sausage, sliced pork sausage, white onion, cilantro, green onion, lettuce, and that's it. Did I say noodles? It comes with noodles. This is really nice today. I went grocery shopping this morning. It was minus 33 with the wind chill. At least when I went to go get this, it was only minus 18. So it warmed up. Yeah! Welcome back. Back at the prison, Tai Lung uses that feather to escape. It's very impressive. Beautifully choreographed Wilhelm scream. Tai Lung lets the messenger fly back to the Valley of Peace to tell them the real Dragon Warrior is coming home. The next morning, back at the Jade Palace, Po is warming up outside. The five and Shifu gather. Shifu tests Po against the five, challenging him, trying to make him quit. Po exclaims that a real warrior never quits. Frustrated, Shifu throws Po down the stairs. It seems Po is making some friends in the five, as Mantis and Viper try to make him feel a little bit better with an acupuncture session. We then get the backstory of Shifu and Tai Lung. Shifu found Tai Lung as a cub and raised him as his son. Shifu told Tai Lung that he was destined for greatness, and Tai Lung set his sights on becoming the Dragon Warrior. But Master Oogway saw darkness in his heart and denied him. Tai Lung was apoplectic. That's a big word. Thank you. And laid waste to the valley. He then tried to take the dragon scroll, only to be stopped physically by Oogway after Shifu could not stop him. The messenger returns to the Jade Palace to tell Shifu that Tai Lung has escaped. Shifu finds Master Oogway at the sacred peach tree of heavenly wisdom and shares the bad news. Master Oogway agrees that it is bad news if he doesn't believe that the dragon warrior can stop Tai Lung. Master Oogway asks Shifu to promise him he will believe. Master Oogway passes his staff to Shifu and begins to fade beautifully. I get teary-eyed every time. In the Jade Palace kitchen, Po is making soup for the five. All are impressed with Po's noodle soup except for Tigress. Po makes the four laugh with an impression of Master Shifu when Master Shifu appears behind him. Master Shifu tells of the passing of Master Oogway and that Tai Lung has escaped. Tigress begs Master Shifu to let the five stop Tai Lung, but Master Shifu declines, stating that it is not their destiny, it is his, and he points to Po, who's not there because he ran away. Master Shifu chases Po, stopping him at the stairs, reminding him that a real warrior never quits. Master Shifu asks Po why he stayed if he knew that Master Shifu was trying to get rid of him. Po explains he believed that if anyone could make Po not Po, it was Master Shifu. Master Shifu exclaims that he can change Po into the Dragon Warrior, and he will, but he doesn't know how. Tigress is eavesdropping and runs off into the night to face Tai Lung herself. The other four catch up, and together they leave to face Tai Lung. The next morning, Po is in the kitchen eating through the cupboards, showing some impressive physical strength. Master Shifu realizes that Po is very food motivated. Master Shifu challenges Po by telling him that there are cookies hidden on the top shelf, and then he hides to see what Po will do. Within seconds, Po finds himself all the way up near the ceiling to eat the hidden cookies. Master Shifu isn't impressed and asks him how he did that. Po said he was just getting some cookies. It was an accident. As Po falls to the ground, Master Shifu calmly says there are no accidents. Master Shifu tries to be all mystical and kung fu-y and takes Po to the birthplace of kung fu. Master Shifu declares himself Po's master. Sorry if you hear that. It's my gammers, my gam, the gampster, my grandma, my gamma-llama ding-dong. And they begin training using food as motivation for Po. Enter training montage. We end seeing Po show his extraordinary new skills. And also, I would like to mention that Shifu is eating all of the food he's using to train Po, and looks like he still manages to keep his tiny little figure. Do you know somebody like that in your life that can just eat and eat and eat and not get fat? I have a friend like that. Bitch. The Furious Five intercept Tai Lung. They have a cool bridge battle, but are no match for Tai Lung's nerve attack. And watching this battle got me thinking, I would really love to see or learn, because I'm sure that there's some sort of method to doing it, how to do voiceover fight scenes. How do they choreograph the bite sounds? And then also with everyone, they gotta have like a script and like, okay, you have to do 5 hayas and you have to do 4 he's and you have to like, how do they do that? Back in the Jade Palace, Po and Master Shifu are returning from their training when Crane flies into frame, carrying the other 4 in a paralyzed state. Master Shifu now believes that Po is ready and can defeat Tai Lung, as he will have the one thing that nobody else does, the Dragon Scroll. Master Shifu exquisitely gets the Dragon Scroll from the ceiling. All brace themselves as Po unravels the scroll. It's blank. All are very confused. As Tai Lung is on the way, the 5 are tasked with evacuating the valley, while Master Shifu states that he will stay and hold off Tai Lung. Master Shifu hands the scroll to Po, states he is very proud to have been their master, and the 5 and Po leave reluctantly. The 5 start evacuating the village as Po returns home to his dad's noodle shop. Seeing Po is really upset about things not working out, Mr. Ping divulges the secret ingredient to his secret ingredient soup. It's nothing. Mr. Ping states that to make something special, you only have to believe that it's special. Po picks up the dragon scroll, unraveling it once more. Po looks at himself in the reflective surface of the scroll and realizes the true meaning of the scroll. Tai Lung arrives at the Jade Palace where Master Shifu is waiting. They battle again. I want to learn how to do that. Tai Lung has Shifu on the ground with his hand around his neck. Just then, Po arrives. Po declares that he is the Dragon Warrior to Tai Lung. Tai Lung is skeptical and asks Po if he's going to sit on him. Tai Lung battles Po once he realizes he has the Dragon Scroll. Po uses his special abilities to battle Tai Lung. His bouncy belly, his big butt, his concentrated imagination. At one point, Tai Lung gets a hold of the scroll and is shocked to see that it's blank. Po fills him in, telling him that there is no secret ingredient. It's just you. As he did with the 5, Tai Lung tries to take Po out with his nerve attack. However, this proves ineffective because of Po's fat. Po uses the Wuxi finger hold on Tai Lung, neutralizing him. The villagers, along with the 5, return to the village to see that Po has defeated Tai Lung. All celebrate and honor him with a bow, calling him master. Po then realizes that Master Shifu is still up in the Jade Palace and rushes to the stairs again. I always like to think that one of the 5 actually went up really quick before Po got to the top of the stairs just to check on Master Shifu. He comes in and oh, you're okay, okay, good. Po's coming to check on you, so I'm gonna go. And then they sneak off without Po seeing them. Po arrives to see Master Shifu laying on the palace floor. Master Shifu is okay, and he thanks Po for bringing peace to the valley and to him. Today's credit shout-out is animator Alexis Wanneroy. Pure awesomeness. Were you also on the verge of tears when you first saw this, and then every other subsequent time when you watched this movie? Because we all feel inadequate in some way, worry about our abilities and where we're going in life and who we are. We think about quitting. I mean, at least I do all the time. And this movie reminds us to just, you gotta believe in yourself, you know? You gotta. This movie is so beautifully done, it's gorgeous. For example, watching back the training montage, the background, the colors, everything is just stunningly designed. A feel-good movie, if ever I did see one. Okay. And I'll give it, stop looking at it. I'll give it a jar of almond cookies out of a big bowl of secret ingredient soup.